And we're live, hopefully. Things should be working. If things are working, fantastic. If they're not, there's not really much I can do about that, is there now? Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host for this evening, for this impromptu study club session, where we're going to be looking at the incredible Mr. Clint Strong. Mr. Clint Strong. Strong name for a strong player. I'm just setting up some additional things that are going to help with this. We should have a lot of fun with this. I'm going to certainly have some fun with this. So if you are watching this and things are working correctly, if you can hear me, if you can see me, please do leave a comment. There we go. Yep, there we go. Stephen says he can see and hear me, which is great. Can you hear my guitar? Oh yeah, of course you can't see my guitar, can you? But we can fix that. We can fix that. So let's check out our second screen, which will be this one. Haha! Now you can see me. So you should be able to hear me, should be able to see me. Everything should be good. Fantastic. Woo! There's actually, I did run into a strange problem. I'm getting audio of me speaking. I'm monitoring my voice, but I don't know what program is monitoring my voice. I don't know where that's coming from. And there's a tiny delay on it, and it's driving me a little bit insane. You know, these streams still aren't perfect. I still need to work out a way to sort out the autofocus on this camera here. This camera definitely likes to not focus on my guitar from time to time, but you get the idea. Anyway, let's do the introduction. So, hello wrong camera, this one. Hello everybody, my name is Levi Clay, and today I'm going to take you through a wonderful study club stream. Study club streams are very simple in concept. We do practice, we study. We are going to look at some instructional materials, and I'm going to do a proper practice session. I'm going to use those materials in the way that I would use them in my own personal practice to give you guys an idea of how I go about practicing and to give you some new creative ideas for your own practice routines. In this particular instance, we will be looking at the REH video, Jazz Guitar Licks, or Jazz Licks Mastery, is it called? Mastering Jazz Licks, it's called, by Clint Strong. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Clint is a ridiculously good player. I will be doing a combination of, transcribing the things that he plays and then practicing them, using my loop pedal to work on them and then work them into my own practice routine. So should be a lot of fun. If you are enjoying it, if you think this is fun and you think other people may enjoy this, please do hit that like button, leave me a comment and share it on social media. Oh, and of course, shock horror. Hit that subscribe button. That is a big help. Subscribing makes the world go round. It's not actually true. I don't know what makes the world go round, to be fair. I think it's just like we're in a perpetual state of turning. I've never really thought about that. Why does the world turn? That's an interesting one. Or is it? Right, let me just do this. Huge thank you to my supporters over on Patreon. I see some of you in the comments section now. If you'd like to check me out on Patreon or check out any one of my books, you can find a link in that description below. As for the Clint Strong video that I'm looking at, this is long out of print, so I can't tell you where you can go and buy it, unfortunately, but the entire thing is uploaded on YouTube, so you can watch the entire thing. Massive shame that it's not available on DVD or some sort of quality digital purchase, because I would love a high definition, well, not high definition, but certainly better than the VHS rip of this that exists. Okay, cool, yeah. So one more time, thank you very much to you wonderful Patreon supporters. You guys absolutely rock. Right, should we get on with it? Should we start taking a look at this? So the way I'm doing this is I have... how am I going to go about doing this? Actually, this is really effective. So Transcribe, the software, has just updated. There's a new version of it, and we can now full screen, and there's actually play buttons contained in Transcribe's video screen. So I can now use these buttons and actually just work from the entire video, which is really cool. And hopefully you should be able to see that. Hopefully you should be able to hear that. So why don't I go back to the start of the video and we will just get a feel for what this Clint Strong guy is all about. If I hit play. Bit loud. Helps if I don't come out my own speakers. Same mistake I made last time. So it should be a blues in B flat. I was going to sit here and actually transcribe this entire video. So I think you get the idea. I think you get a feel for what he's all about just from hearing that. I wonder if when I do that, is it following the video here? So we'll be about there. Yeah, cool. So just getting to grips with the new version of Transcribe. Right. So first thing, I assume that he's going to be working on that type of chord progression. I've looked at some of this video before in transcription streams, but we've got a blues in B flat, right? Definitely hit a wrong chord in there, but you get the idea. So focus on my hand. See, that's that autofocus thing I was talking about. Beard game's always on point, yeah. I am reading the comments to anyone that is wanting to write something. And so, yeah, that gives us a basic idea of what's going on there. Let's listen to Clint talk a little bit, and then we'll get into oh, wrong camera. We'll get into the things that he actually talks about. So, yeah, I can actually do this now, which is cool.
Would be taking my best address and behind each
Oh.
Okay, let's get started.
Yeah, I'm in tune. That's a good start. At some point, this will end.
I play jazz over them. The video today is talk about some country progressions and how to play jazz over them.
Suits
now,
me.
I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I started out playing jazz and learning jazz tunes, and I played with
such a good player.
A lot of jazz players in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, such as James Clay, Red Garland, Colin Bailey, and a lot of others. And so my background was predominantly straight-ahead jazz. So when I got the gig with Merle, it was a whole different transition for me, and I had to decide how I was going to go about still being able to be a jazz player and function in a country situation,
I guess the fun thing about
and still be able to play my style over the type of tunes and progressions that Merle does. And so anyway, we're going to talk about that on the video today, and I'm going to hopefully give you some insight into how I approach that subject. Okay, in this section we're going to talk about a basic common country progression.
Okay.
Actually, it's an old Bob Wills progression that he used on a lot of his tunes. And I'm going to try to show you a few of my ideas about playing over the basic changes and then expanding on that a little and moving towards more of a modern jazz feel over the old Bob Wills progression.
Yeah, I've definitely transcribed this.
Okay, now in your booklet you'll see the first set of changes labeled basic. And this is just the basic progression of the tune. And if I was going to play some rhythm or play these changes, possibly behind a fiddle player or whoever might be soloing on the tune, I would probably use some straight chunkin' 4/4 rhythm, which is something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a D7 to a G6. Sitting on the G6 for a bit. D7. That'll be an A7. A9. I'll do an E7. That'll be my A7 sound. D7. E7. E7. A7. G6. D7. G6. Okay, cool.
So now we're going to have the band play that type of a rhythm background for me, and I'm going to play a stock,
with his,
basic solo over those changes.
Okay, so this I've transcribed.
Changes.
I'll put it at the correct speed. I'll tell you what, we'll listen to Clint play it, and then I'll do an analysis of the solo. So, so if I bring up the transcription for this, yeah, we transcribed this on Patreon, on YouTube a long time ago. I didn't put the chords in here, did I? But if I just look at what he's playing, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's okay, so there's something I really like. This is a lick that I hear people play often. Jazz guys, they play this lick, and I really like it. I think it's a really slick way of getting of outlining a C-shaped chord. This. Yeah, so we're going to focus on this lick. So if I bring... there's actually a smarter way of me doing this. Give me a second. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go, neck diagrams. 2 seconds. Yeah, so in essence, this... I want that lick. So let's get that down. And as I say, the whole focus of a study club is showing you how I would be practicing this myself. So this is harder to demonstrate because I guess here I'm going a little bit slower because I'm trying to show you how I would go about processing this in my mind, right? So when I play that lick, I'm visualizing my triad. I'm visualizing my G7 or G chord in this particular instance, right? So this is my G chord, and the melody fits around this chord. So we have the fourth going to the flat third. That then slides into the third. We then descend down that G major triad, but at the bottom we hit the fourth to the root, hit the flat third, slide up to the third, and then resolve to that root note. So the diagram, the way I have it now, ends up looking way more complicated than it needs to. Way more complicated than it needs to. When I'm playing something like this, I'm just going to be thinking of that, and it's an embellishment on that melody. I'm seeing a mention of the Bebop Lick in bar 4. Let's have a look. Yeah, that. The one from the David Baker book is. You got to learn all those licks, man. You need to know all these bop licks. So the program I'm using there, Sean, is, and actually I see your name and I immediately panic. I have no idea where that Danny Gatton DVD is, by the way, and I looked at buying another copy. I've got the case. I'll prove it. Got the case. And I know I found the DVD, just don't know where I fucking put it. So I need to buy another copy of that fucking DVD, but it's out of print. So anyway, that lick. Let me bring that up. Let's do this one. Yeah. So. And that's something that I just want to have programmed in around that position. So anytime I'm playing there, if I play... Let's work on it. So I'll do a blues. I'll do let's pick a key that's going to work well for this. If I do like a blues in E, yeah, that'll work well. Just the first 2 chords of a blues in E. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Blues in E, first part of a blues. And if I think of my E as being here, and then my A as being here, I can... So I'm just forcing that lick in there. I really want to get comfortable with it. It's a nice bit of vocabulary, and if I could make that automatic, that would be wonderful. So there's actually there's another way that I might finger that, which would be that side of things, like working out different ways to finger licks. If you look at the, I put a video up just recently doing like those bop. What key am I in? And that's that. If I went, getting carried away. Right, back to the video. Cool. That all makes sense, hopefully. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I like that lick. What am I looking for? That's the one. Just looking for the right buttons. Sorry. Right, let's bring Clint back up. So, let's keep going. Let's listen to that lick in context. That's it, right? It's a nice lick. So that's that first solo. The second solo, I'm pretty sure I transcribed that as well. Let me.
Okay, so there was the basic version. Now I'm going to show you a little bit more about how I would approach playing on a progression like this.
So let's see here how
and
Clint
if
plays
you look
with
in your
this.
booklet under the chord chart titled Variation, you'll see that basically the same chord changes are here, but we've added a 2 chord in front of each one of these dominant chords. So for instance, while we just had the...
To be honest, I don't want to spend too much time on this part because I did a whole video on this before. So we've got this one transcribed. I like that lick. No, sure, neck diagrams. This is neck diagrams. Says it at the top. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to look through the transcription that I've done of this solo, and the lick is... Oh, is that... Yeah, okay. Doesn't want to allow me to play audio. Let me put Clint on again. There we go. Let's get that lick. I like it. Ba ba da 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 do da. Oh, okay. Now, what chord are we on there? That's the important part, right? Let's have another listen. See what chord we're playing over. It's on the G. Okay, so this is a lick that works on a G. da ba ba da 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 bo bo. Ba ba da 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 do da. Ba da 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 do da. And then on the 6, yeah. I like the fingering for that, actually. That's quite good. Okay, cool. I've got it. Right, so I'll go back to neck diagrams. To lock that into my playing, what I'm going to do, using the same method that I used before, right? I'm going to select all notes, delete all the notes, because we don't want all the notes. Visualization thing again, right? So for me, I'd be visualizing just a E shape. So yeah, I'm visualizing that, and my starting point is actually the 5th. Is the 5th, but it's in a higher position. I do play this sometimes actually, but still visualizing this. And I guess you know, this is where we're all different, right? If I do this, it's how you personally choose to visualize. I'm seeing this. That's one of those odd examples. I am actually really into economy picking, so that's fine for me. I am playing down, up, up. Now, the thing that's worth pointing out about all of these licks is they are inherently not dominant sounding. You know what I mean? They have that country quality, and I'm always talking about this with my students, my Skype students, my one-on-one students. This dominant sound, which is very bluesy. This ba ba, that sound da da ba da ba da. That's very bluesy. What you're a lot more likely to hear. Focus on my hand. What you're a lot more likely to hear in a country world is the 6th. So instead of ba, you'd have ba. So over a G chord, ba. That 6th is a lot more pleasing. What's wrong with the beard? Normally I'd have it tied up, but today my wife was fast asleep when I got up, so you'll see that all on the Guitar Souls podcast actually. But look at the anyway, yeah. So both of these licks, if we look at the intervals in them, we have flat third to third, root, 4th, root, flat third, third to root. So that lick doesn't sound dominant. It has that major pentatonic quality to it. Even though you're playing the 4th, it still has that major pentatonic quality, to me at least. And this lick too. And actually it's even more fitting as an ending lick because you play the F sharp in there, which is actually the natural 7th. As soon as you play that note on a G chord, ba ba, you always hear that 5 chord. So it's like we're going ba da 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 Ba da 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 ba boo ba. Now if I put that flat 7 in, if I go like doesn't sound right. It's got the wrong vibe for it, and that's why I really love players like Clint, because it just has that inherent bluesiness removed from it and changed out for the country sound. And that there's nothing wrong with the bluesy sound. Don't get me wrong, but you can use it. You can use that bluesy sound to your power. You can use it for dramatic effect. So if I'm playing on a G like that. That's me playing like just regular G major pentatonic influence stuff. I've then got it, if I want to then bring in that bluesier. Yeah, you can hit that flat 7 and give it some grit. So that's a really cool lick. Let's go back to the vamp that I made. E going to an A. Now I'm going to be able to use this if I go, and then if we go, we're on E. Let's go. That's kind of cool. So again, E. I like the rhythm. I like that. Da, 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 da. I want to stick to that rhythm. So again, E. Fuck. It's not got quite the same vibe on a straight blues. Like you want it there. So speed definitely helps. Let's try it a little bit faster. Also, I've picked a really inefficient key for that particular lick based on the way we position it. I'm going to reposition it in a second, but we'll see. So if I do the same thing on a blues in B flat as Clint's playing, 1, 2. It's not. He's playing in G, isn't he? But we'll do it in. We'll do it in G. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Focus on my hand. I'm hearing the other rhythm. I really like that. It's a nice lick. Da 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 da. So that's me thinking of that lick in terms of starting on my 5th, out of my E shape. I want to take the same lick and get it in a different position. So if I'm playing the 5th here, we could play our fifth at my C shape, and then we'd have. And that fits nicely under the hand. That's really nice, actually. So, jumping back to this one. Could probably have two diagrams, but I'm prepared. So, earlier where we were doing this, we're now just playing that lick starting on the fifth of the chord, which is here. So, ba 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 ba, and then ended on the sixth. And it fits really nicely around that chord. Nice intonation on this Epiphone Les Paul. How else might I play that? So, yeah, I could play it like that. So if I go again, thinking about because I'm so triad based, as long as I can see this. Now, for me, the thing that's like helped my blues playing and my swing playing the most has always been learning melodies like this. This is a great melody. If I can program that in, so now when I'm improvising around the neck, the positioning is very awkward there. You wouldn't want to play it like that. You definitely want to lead, have this starting on that little finger. So starting on the G string, starting on the B, and then starting on the high E. Now it's a melody that I can just sort of play, much like that's a melody I play. I play it all the time and play that all the time. All these types. Well, the other rhythm now. I'm so hooked on this particular lick. The other rhythm is eluding me, and it was. So we've got two licks, and I like them. I'm not going to get too carried away on it, but hopefully you get the idea. I would spend fucking hours. In fact, I'm going to do just a hair more, just so you really know how I would be practicing this. So once I've got something I like like that G, right? That melody. I'm just going to use my looper, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, that sort of thing. 1, 2. And I'll just sit on that G I'll sit for an hour, like just eyes closed. I just want to get that lick in. I like that. Yeah, I really like that lick. So really, really cool lick. Like that. Okay, let's keep going. Michael Schultz, how's it going, man? Good to see you on here. I think I have that lick in karaoke book. Yeah, so this is the whole point of this is classic vocabulary. I've heard that lick played before. It's not something that I'm hearing and going, wow, it's the first time I've ever heard that. It's much like earlier we mentioned the Bebop Lick. Or these are all just classic licks. You have to know these types of things. My favourite is the Benson. You have to know this vocabulary and program it in so you can jam on a chord like that and just bring it in as musical, musical statements, so you're free to play with it. Anyway, let's go back to Clint Strong. You could do this for hours, right? So let's fast forward through this. There's the lick. I'm gonna skip over this.
Just done.
Now that whole thing that we did there,
a whole lot of alterations.
That's all transcribed. That's all on my Patreon. So if you want to learn that, go ahead.
A whole lot of alterations here, and
the whole point is you should be able to transcribe it, right?
a whole lot of
I'm gonna speed him
alterations here, and there's various reasons why these things fit. Our first chord was an E7. Now we're going to change it to B minor 7 flat 5, E7 flat 9, which is kind of a 2-5 leading to our A9 chord.
Probably don't need this.
Harmony going on in too many country tunes, or even being played over these basic progressions. You're more likely to find just the basic chords being played when you're talking about a country music type situation. But once again, let me reiterate that you can think in this way and play it over those basic changes, and it will still come out fine, or at least it's worked for me so far. So anyway, let us play now the extended version of the tune for you, and we'll see what
Let's
you
not.
think about that.
I don't want to hear you jam and just endlessly jam. Right, apparently, as good as this is, this thing, the video player, I would much rather do it in transcribe like this. I can see, visually I can see. There we go. That's actual speed. Just gonna play some more. Yep. Now, you know, Olio is a great rhythm changes tune.
All right, in this segment we're going to...
Let's take a look at this.
All right, in this segment we're going to talk about playing over some static chords. In other words, just playing over
Licks.
one chord at a time. And we'll start with just playing a couple of licks over a G7 chord, G13 chord. Just any type of G7 chord, really. Not really an altered G7, but just the G7. Okay, and here's the first one.
So, so I'm 100% sure I transcribed this. I certainly practiced this. Let me check. Is it in my Patreon thing? It might have just been something that I transcribed in the stream and then didn't really make note of, but that's fine. I'll do it now. So
G7. Okay,
oh shit. Sorry. Give me a sec.
First one. The first one.
I'm still getting used to this. I'm not used to the whole moving. I'm so used to when I use transcribe, the video being fixed. I can't do anything with it. So it just stays in one place on the page. So allow me to do it like this. Now, of course, if you manage to track this down and buy this, you would have a tab book that would have this.
The first one.
Yeah, it's like D
first
minor. I'm not even going to put that first note in. I can't hear my Guitar Pro. Fantastic.
First one.
Zoom in will help.
The first one.
Ba, 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 ba. I hate not being able to hear Guitar Pro. It really throws me off my game. What is this? This is an untitled file. Let's not save that. This is Andy Wood's album. This is £9 Hammer for a Student. If you give me a second, let me save this in my Patreon. We'll call it Clint stuff. That makes sense, right? Now, if I reopen it, the audio will work now. It's the beauty of Guitar Pro and audio. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But what we got so far is. We'll take a look at that in a second. Why aren't you opening? Open. I told you to open. Open, motherfucker. There we go. Cool. So, back on it. That's tricky. Yeah, you need strong finger independence for that. Ba 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 ba. Is that Connor I see? Shouldn't you be in Sweden right now? Okay, there's our lick. Cool, let's work on it. And I'll keep strict picking with this, strict swing picking, alternate picking, but adhering to the swing principles. Yeah, he doesn't pick that, but yeah, cool. So working on something like this, I'd look at that first bar. Classic Bebop Lick. And the second bar is that's a little bit more kooky. So we're going fuck. That's a little bit trickier. Now, the logic makes sense behind the lick. It totally makes sense. He's transitioning from a D minor and then going into... fuck. There you go. So if I play that a little bit slower... Now, the fun thing for this is, obviously you could practice it with that swing feel. But playing these, I think it's designed to be a 16th note double time lick, so playing it straight as well. Let's work on that. Wrong camera. There we go. Getting to grips with this. Again, if you are still watching this stream, you're enjoying this, and you would like to see more of these, I'm thinking of doing a stream like this, a study club-esque hangout, talk guitar type thing every Saturday, because my wife works till midnight on a Saturday, so I'm just sat around. I'll just be transcribing or playing PlayStation. Like, why don't I do something with you guys? So. Now, pay attention to the picking hand, right? You can see that constant motion there. That helps. I think Clint will probably do the same. Let's check. Not that it's massively important. We're not going to get to see the handle. You can just about see his picking hand in this.
Okay, and here's another one.
So very scatty, this video, you know, it's teaching you a lick and there's no rhyme or reason, it's just here's a lick, play it. Where have we cut to?
Here's another one.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this lick. 3, 4. Just getting that first part, making that feel natural. 3, 4. And then from there, when we get to the E shape, we have that's awkward to me. I normally wouldn't do that. That's the whole lick. So, get it. a little bit faster. Now I'm starting to think less about where to put my fingers now, and starting to think a little bit more about the melody of the thing that I'm playing. Same principle. I like that. It doesn't go up, it goes doesn't do that. Fuck, I forgot it. That's it. Apparently that's too fast for me. Again, let's program it in. Music. Levi's watching you. What are you? You're talking to me. You mean I love your teaching? Thank you very much. Okay, fine. I want to move on. Let's do another lick. I'll go for maybe 10 or 15 more minutes, and then I need to go cook my wife dinner. So, I need to get out of the habit of clicking that. New program, not new program, but new way of running program. Excited. Now there's a similar end to that. Let's get it transcribed for you. We're playing on G, aren't we? Oh, sorry, you won't be able to see. That would help, wouldn't it? Sorry. That's cool. Now he's being very classical about that. But that's cool. Let's do it. So. Now these phrases, ba, 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 you've heard them, and when you've played them as many times as you've heard them, you find it very quick to write them down. Yep. Where's he? No, where are we going? does jump there, so it's a jump. Yep, fine, cool. So that's our lick. Let's make it bigger. Same principle, looking for a sensible way to visualize it so I can program it in. And worth pointing out, I pressed the wrong button there, worth pointing out when I'm doing this, to me this isn't a lick. This is a collection of licks, right? So the first part, that to me that's a lick. So I would look at that. I look like I've got Jimmy Bruno's picking hand today. So I like that. What are we playing on? Playing on G. Yeah, so playing the major 7 off the flat 7. Which might sound complicated if you're not into this vernacular. Playing, I'll say it slowly, playing a major 7, so playing a major 7 arpeggio, playing that sound off of, as in starting on the flat 7. So the flat 7 of G is F. So playing F major 7 over ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Gives you nice colour tones, right? Because you get the 6, the flat 7, this is the 9, this is the 4, and then this is the 6. And you play a lick like that. And then go into that. You get this sense of... this sounds kind of how I would describe not chord. You can't go and just end like that. You want to end it in some way. So okay, so we've got that first part. From there, we're going to go classic bop, which is a little bit more thought into that one. Cool lick. Connect it. Programming melodies in, right? So, okay, there we go. Apparently my picking sucks today. My picking always sucks. You won't be able to see this, but I'm using one of my lovely it's never going to focus. It's never going to focus. But that is oh, there we go. A signature, limited edition, signature Levi Clay V-Pick. And I've had the V-Pick logo up there for the whole stream, so Focus on my hand. Focus on my hand. There we go. How's it going, Andrea? So we're getting that in. And then from here the lick goes and then we're which I don't like, to be honest. But I can work on it. These signature picks, Vinny has offered to release these, but I don't like the idea of selling a pick with my name on it, because this essentially is the what is this? This is the medium pointed light. This is a medium pointed light. So this is the VPix medium pointed light. It's in smoky, the smoky black one, just with my logo laser engraved on it. I would hate to tell you to buy one that had my name on it when you can just buy the one that doesn't have my name on it. So yeah, despite Vinny offering to do that, it's not something I'd be interested in doing. These were available. You could get these. There was a time when you could get these. These came with the Players Pack when you pre-ordered my album. When you pre-ordered Out of the Ashes 5 years ago, there was a Players Pack that came with signature Levi Clay picks and Diodario NYXL strings. So. So I need to get a better transition there. So I do need to go to the little finger there. Apparently this lick's not for me. Do I practice the two-way pick? I don't know what you mean, music. Sorry. You'll need to be more definitive about what it is you're trying to ask me there. Sorry, but I will answer you as soon as you give me a good, solid question. Wrong. Oh no, that is the right screen. Cool. So let's see what we get from here.
A little variation. Another little variation.
That's it. That's the lick there. Yeah, I'll play that. No. I've had, maybe, understandably, probably many people haven't seen. I don't really go for. Obviously, this Troy Grady stuff is correct. Like, he's right, and he makes all these excellent observations. I don't really believe in changing what I'm doing. I like to use Troy's stuff to understand why or how what I'm doing works, rather than forcing myself to do something that is unnatural to me. What's this? I noticed you lift your index finger a lot when you use your pinky. Did you notice? Also, you don't have to pick everything in the previous lick. Well, I'm playing it as he played it. For me, and well, you know this. We talked swing picking years ago, right? I'd put a slider. I'd prefer that. And there. I'd prefer that. As for I lift my index finger a lot when I use my pinky. No, again, something that I don't really think about. It's probably a transitional thing, right? A position-based transitional thing. Yeah, well, so I've talked extensively about this swing picking concept, focus. Extensively about the swing picking thing because I think going. I could. I can't anymore. I'll always put those upstroke slurs in there because that's how bot players play, right? Yeah. It's got to be pick, pull off, pick, slide. That sounds... Pick that all. Sounds shit. But I don't know why I'm telling you this. You know this. Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one.
Oh, sorry. I want to be able to see this. I don't like that lick. There we go.
Okay. Here's another one.
Don't like that lick. Clint has a really interesting picking hand because he doesn't use that index finger on the pick.
Sometimes I use an augmented arpeggio to play over a static chord like a G7.
And so you should.
Here's an example of that.
Let's do that. Don't play whole tone, that's not good. That's, to me, sounds like an A chord to me. So I'm going to do it on a G. Let's play his licks. So let's try that on camera. There we go. Actually, I don't like the dominant vibe that I've got on that, so I'm going to make it less dominant. 1, 2, 1. That's a very Clint. I have way too much fun just playing on on like a Western swing style. And sometimes, you know, at the end of a practice session like this, I might walk away from it having only learned one thing. And in this case, if it's just one lick, I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's not that. I'll stop there. That'll do. Right, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this stream, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please do make sure you send this video to a friend. If you hated this video, send it to an enemy. It all helps. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, and if you have any questions, please do let me know in that comment section below. And lastly, of course, if you want to be like these awesome people below, you want to take private lessons with me, you want to do private study clubs with me, you want to be credited in my videos, you want access to my private Facebook group, you want to be able to download all the tabs that I make for my Patreon, guys, the best way to do that is to check out the link in the description and join us on Patreon for as little as $1. Alternatively, if that doesn't suit you, you can also head on over to Amazon and check out one of my books. None of them are jazz guitar. They're all country guitar and slide guitar. All country and slide guitar. Some fingerstyle country stuff as well. So check that out if that appeals to you. And let me know how you get on. I'll sit around here for an additional, 60 seconds. So any last questions, let me know right now. If not, I will leave. It's there somewhere. Let's try that again and make it actually sound good. Close enough. Scope lessons would be good for you. Well, check me out on Patreon or send me an email and I'm happy to book something in. Much love. I really enjoyed this evening, guys. It's exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed. Now I've got to go and do some cooking. So much love, and I will see you for another stream soon. Next Saturday, transcribing Kiko Loureiro. See you then.